Grandmaster. Please. Teach me the way of the six. I want to learn bushido.
What's up YouTube? It's Raining Card Games and welcome to episode 13 of Sealed Only Samurai. So, last week in episode 12, we definitely amped up the power level of the deck by greatly improving what we have in our extra deck. Unfortunately, we ran into a breaking problem, which hasn't really happened so far in the later episodes when we've vastly improved the consistency. So that was a bit of a surprise, but fear not, we are addressing it. Yeah, so I'm not going to spoil what we're opening in the packs because I'm pretty sure if some of you have been following along this series, you know there's some certain cards that we've been hunting for that we really want for the deck. So that hopefully will help out with the consistency and overall just making sure that the deck is finally at close to full power. Because right now it's just fine-tuning the deck because we have most of the pieces that we need to make a pretty intimidating opening board. So I'm pretty happy with how the deck is turning out over the course of this series. And well, I guess before we go ahead and go into the pack openings, if you haven't already done so, please like and comment down below. That really helps the video. And if you are interested in helping me out, not only can you support me on Patreon, but I'd also appreciate it if you go out, check out some of the rest of the content that I have on the channels. Currently right now we're doing the YouTube Plays Yu-Gi-Oh! Series with a Raid Raptor deck that you guys are building in an interesting way. And then also I have my Yu-Gi-Oh! Wilderness series, which is a little passion project of mine. And personally, I'd really appreciate it if you guys would help and give that series a little bit more support. And then I am planning to film another episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Wilderness probably by around the end of this month, and it should be up in March or so. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, just supporting the other content as well. I know you guys are mostly here for Sealed Only Samurai, but I would appreciate it if you just checked out some of the other content I have. Anyway, enough of me self-promoting. Let's go ahead and check out what we have to open today. Okay, so for today's opening, we are going to be going into more Spirit Warrior packs because we still need a Shinai, and then a 2017 Yugi tin, and you'll see why when we get into the promo pack, and I'll explain further. Interestingly enough, this was actually supposed to be an all Spirit Warrior packs, but unfortunately my order did not come in. This was just supposed to be all Spirit Warrior packs, but only one of my orders came in today. The other one is for some reason still stuck at the post distribution center, so I'm kind of pissed that it's not here, but luckily this was already planned. I was planning to open this tin in the future, so I'm just subbing in this tin for the rest of the packs just to fill out the opening. So that way we have a decent plethora of product, not project, wow. And then hopefully, well, let's first, actually, we'll do the tin first, because Shinai is the one that we are really hoping to pull today. So let's go ahead and crack open this mega tin. And move you out of the way. And we don't need you. And okay, so the reason why we need the 2017 Megatin, specifically the Yugi one, is because of what's in the promo pack. And no, it's not a Dark Magician that we need for the deck. I wish. So it's cool though. Proxy Dragon, generic Link Monster, we will not need you. Pot of Desires, very good card, but not really what we need in our deck because we have a lot of play pieces that we don't want to banish. This is what we needed to pull. Number 71, Rebarian Shark, only comes in the 2017 Yugi tins, and for those of you who do not know what this does, it is a level rank 3 XCs, so it takes 2 level 3 monsters, and its effect is once per turn, if this card has material, you can target one number XCs monster in your graveyard, except number 71, special summon it, and if you do, attach one material from this card to that card. But more importantly, if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can choose one rank up magic spell from your deck, place it on top of your deck. This is how we search our rank up magic Astral Force. This is how we get into Zexal. And then we also have one Dreamland and a token. But this is what we came here for. Okay, so let's go into our first Mega Pack. We have our Zap Mustang, Master with the Eyes of Blue, Christian Wrecker Panda, Digital Bug, oh god, Cocoon Denser, ooh, Ancient Gear Hunting Hound, Magician's Rod is a super rare, D-Barrier as our secret, cool, Electro Pendulum the Drake Overlord, Zodiac Borbo, Shiranui Style Samsara, ooh, Booster Strix. Raid Raptor fans will know why I went ooh. Pandora's Jewelry Box, Beacon of White, Frightfur Sanctuary, and Deskbox 09. So, how are we gonna organize this? Super, Secret, Ultra, Rare, Common pile. And then cards we need. Yeah, I'm just trying to make things look fancy. Super rare. And cards we need. Ta-da! Organization at its finest. Stupid commons. Stay in your pile. Anyway. Woo! Okay. Let's go. Okay. Haha! We have our Forbidden Dark Contract with the Swamp King. Malifaux's Silver Red. Ooh, Eater of Millions. Magical Midbreaker Field. Stop the man traps. Performapal Radish Horse. Magician's Robe. Wow, Lithosogym. Welcome back to 1, buddy. Cool. Drowning Mirror Force. Nice. A secret rare. And a Zodiac Tiger Mortar as our Ultra. Metal Foes Adamante as our rare. Dynamis Ankylos. And then we have Soul Blackwing Sahaya the Rainstorm. Cool. Cypherbit. Shinobird Crane. And Destruction Sword Memories. Good card. Red Warg. And we're back to the start. Cool, cool, cool. Last Mega Pack. Stay in the pile. What's like? Team Samurai always does the new card smell. They do smell good. Okay. Angel Trumpeter. Paleo Hallucigenia. Performapal Inflated Taper. Empowerment. Symphonic Warrior Mike's. Wrecker Panda. Metal Foes Fusion as our super. Foolish Burial Goods. Okay, that is a good secret rare. I will need that for other decks. Dragon Spirit of White for our Ultra. Nice. Shinobird Peacock. Bad Aim. Bug Matrix. Assault Blackwing again. Digital Bug Centibit. Performapal Flip Hippo. Metaphor Stealing. And we're back to the start. Okay. So that'll do it for the Mega Packs. Really, we just needed the Rebarian Shark, but it's cool to have some of these other cards, and I probably will end up putting some of these cards to use in other decks, but you know why we have this pack, and you know what we're looking for. Come on. All we need is a Shinai. Magical Musket Desperado. Oh my god! Finally! Yes. Thank you. Shan's Advisor. Musakami Wagatama and Fuma. Nice, wow. Yeah, I don't think we'll need more of you, but oh my god, finally! Whoa, no! Oh my god, yes, we pulled him. So, if you don't know what he does, if you control a legendary 6 Samurai Mizuho, you can special summon this card from your hand. And then if this card is on the field as tributed, you can target 1 6 Samurai monster in your graveyard except legendary 6 Samurai Shinai. Add it to your hand. This is how you get the infinite combo. Oh, finally. And then once we're done with the combo, we go into Rebellion Shark and we set up for the Zexal. Okay, come on. Okay. I will need a second one though. Hey, Mizuho. And United, a Gateway, and a Doji. Won't really need any of you guys, unfortunately, but last pack. If we can get one more Shinai, I'll be pretty happy with that. But otherwise, we'll make it work somehow. Anyway, Miraculous Descent, Scrap Iron Statue, Honest, Beckoning Light, and ooh, the Weather Thundery Canvas. So, interestingly enough, I am actually trying to build Weather Painters. I'm still working on the deck build once I have all the pieces I need. And this is one of the cards I needed, so good. Yeah, but more importantly, at long last, we have a Shinai. Time to go do some deck overhauling. All right, so for starters, one of the changes we made, we've bumped up Grandmaster to 3. We have added our Shinai and another Mizuho just to get more splashability on the deck. Unfortunately, Genba and our Asceticism and our Solemn Strike had to make way for these 3 new additions. Just, I want to see a more consistent opening hand, and Grandmaster is an easy special summon, so even if Kageki gets negated, we can go off. For the extra deck, we only made one change, and that was swapping out the Nightmare Phoenix for the Rebellion Shark. I feel that Brianna can really do what Phoenix does, and Rebellion helps us get to Zexal in our opening strong board. Moving on to the side deck, we've added in 2 Gamma Seals instead of our Artifact Lancias, and then also the Veilers have made way for the Solemn Strikes. And that will do it. Okay, so that's what we have to work with today. Now the only thing that's left to do is for me to drive on over to locals and see how we do. Hopefully this time we won't brick. I am hoping. And also that we win some die rolls, because this is definitely a going first strategy. And oh, I hope there are no nibiru. Anyway, let's go ahead and head on over to locals.
Absolute drama. Okay. Shit.
Nibiru! Alright, so for the first round of locals today, we are going up against Guru Control. And we lost the die roll, so yeah, had to face down essentially a floodgates worth of fun stuff going into turn 2. And of course, he had There Can Only Be One, which severely cripples my deck. And I actually had my Solitary Sword of Poison, which actually was able to help me beat over his set stuff. He didn't have Final Battle set quite yet, so I could just beat over the Guru. But eventually, because this is a Guru and I have no other options really other than one warrior on field at a time, he basically is able to grind me out, and he takes the first game. Obviously, going into game 2, I side in for what I need for Guru, but also I'm going first, and I open a great hand, and with all the consistency that I've boosted the deck up with, I am just able to pop off happily. That's the key thing here. It's because with a going first strategy, really, if I lose the die roll, it comes down to if I win the game 2 and then how well I side in game 3, because I'll be going second again most likely. And also being able to have Shinai, I actually realized I can do the infinite combo loop because I have the other Mizuho. So just being able to spam infinite counters and build basically my board, I take game 2 quite easily.
And then game 3, obviously we are going second because it's Guru control. Why would you want to go first or second with Guru? I have an interesting hand, and I actually am able to cosmic out one of his back row negates, so I'm able to start going, and I go into the Isolde and compulse. It was always a compulse, and literally, like, whenever I started to build a board, he had 2 compulses in his back row, which blew my mind, and he takes this match 2-1, unfortunately. Moving on, we are now looking at game 2. We get paired up against Shaddolls. Ta-da, who would have thought? New structure deck. It is also starting to run around the meta. He makes me go first. So yeah, at this point I was like, okay, it's going second Shaddoll deck. So because Shaddoll can break boards, so they have stuff like Super Poly and everything. But because on my end board I have a Zexal, which is quite easy to make now, you can't activate Super Poly. The only way you're getting around Zexals with an Imperm or something, or a Kaiju, but at this point I'm able to make a board which is basically able to say, no, you can't play Yu-Gi-Oh! So we promptly go to game 2. Game 2 was so interesting. Obviously he goes first, but he's going through some of his combos, and interestingly enough, I'm looking at my hand. It's not optimal, but I do top deck the gateway, and I am able to pop off, and he doesn't end on the strongest of boards. And I basically going for game with Brionic bouncing stuff off. He has the Psy Frame. He drew the Psy Frame in hand. I was like, oh my god, the one card that you could stop. Because at this point, I was like, Brionic will clear the board. I can just OTK for game, make it an easy 2-0. He had the Psy Frame. So I had to just deal with clearing that out. And yeah, I had the evenly matched in hands. Like, okay, if I can survive, and if he deals with the Brionic, which he should be able to, if I just survive with enough life points, I can drop the evenly matched and make a comeback and take the game. But unfortunately, he's able to do invoke plays, get Makaba out, and he takes that game, unfortunately. But this puts us in the driver's seat, because that means game 3 we can go first. And I start going off, and literally he says, can you get to Zexal? And he's like, I think I can. He says, like, okay, you just to be sure, it's like, I want to see you reach into it. So I'm just like, not taking any risks. Let's just go full combo as I normally do. I have all the pieces I need. Go to Rebarian Shark, which grabs me the rank up magic once he goes to grave. I make Zexal, take the game.
Okay, ready? On shoot. On shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. I'll go first.
You got it. Alright, so, yeah, instead of die roll, we decided, let's have some fun. We'll do rock, paper, scissors the old-fashioned way. And guess what? I lose, so I have to go second. And this is against Altergeist, another trap deck. So that sucks a lot. And having stuff like my Isolde getting ogred and everything, just slowing down board press. I'm actually able to get Chien, though, and have a great Shogun on field. So that does slow him down a bit. And I am actually able to bring him down to 20,000 life points. But with the small board presence on field, it's not that great. And with just basic Altergeist plays, I'm able to try to protect my Chien with the Hatsume and Gray, but he's able to negate it. And so then it's just a grind game if he can just get past my great Shogun. And ultimately, because this is Altergeist, he's able to grind it out, and he takes the first game. Which means, guess what? I get to go first next game, which I promptly decide to do. And I start to combo off. And of course, I get my Isolde ogred, which that means I can't go any further from there. That's one of the issues I've noticed with this deck. It's two of the main choke points are the normal summon with whatever it is, Kageki usually, the Isolde, which is also an important piece, or the first Saryuja, which is usually around close to the 5th summon. Or, yeah, those are basically the choke points which he was able to take advantage of and take the match. Moving on to the next round, we are going up against Hero. He goes first, but he has a horrible opening hand, which I'm able to push through the single Ash. And at this point, I'm like, okay, I pushed through the one Ash. I don't think he has any more things, so I just set up enough damage for board, and I go take that game. Game 2, I'm able to slow him down, bring him down, negate that Hero lives, bring him to 4K. And at this point, I was like, okay, if I play my cards right, I can probably take this game looking at what I have in my hand, but he just starts to go off, establish his full board. Well, not full board. He wasn't able to get into a Dark Claw or anything, but he had a decent sized board. But looking at what I had in my hand, I was thinking I can easily get 4 monsters out. I can make a Boral Sword and just OTK him for game since he's already at 4,000 life points, so make it an easy 2-0 win. But I make the grave mistake of forgetting that Sunrise has a third effect, which destroys by a monster during the battle phase, and that takes out my Boral Sword, and he takes the match. And because Karma is a thing for my Overconfidence, I have a horrible opening hand. 2 of my equips, having a Kageki and just the Shien's Dojo, which I needed to bring. I just brought out a Fuma. It's like, hopefully, I know if Fuma gets destroyed, she brings out a monster. So hopefully if I can just survive this turn, next turn I can pop off. It was frustrating. Like the one, I think I deserved that bricky hand just for the fact that I should have done a full combo. But he's able to fully pop off because heroes are fairly consistent. Stratos is very much a thing and very much a 3. So he's able to clear out my board, and he confidently takes the match 2-1.
Okay. Takeaway number 1. The die roll is important. But there's not too much I can do on that. Either you win the die roll or you lose the die roll. So with a going first strategy, that can really determine the outcome of a match. So no surprise that especially sometimes that really determined the outcome. So I guess get lucky for next time. Not too much I can do about that. What else? Other takeaways. Don't get cocky. Oh my god, that last match against Heroes, if I would have just read and remembered that Elemental Heroes Sunrise has a third effect, that battle effect, I could have taken that game. And what I should have done was done my full combo and set up a board so that I could have a monster negate. And then also, go into first Brionic, bounce cards, then go into Crystal Wing so I could then negate any of those battle effects or destruction effects or like the absolute 0 effect, just so that I could make sure I am guaranteed to have game. I should have done that. I don't know why. I just got cocky. I said, he's at 4,000 life. Let's just go for game. I should have paid more attention. That was a misplay on my part, which cost me the match, unfortunately. So karma is a thing. But hey, I'm not mad at all. The deck performed well despite the circumstances that we were under. We only bricked really 1 time. So not complaining. The consistency of the deck has vastly improved. The end board is way more achievable now, and I can take games. It's just the die roll is a thing, and then I need to make sure I'm deciding correctly and that I know what my opponent's cards do completely. Not just say, I'm pretty sure I know what that does. I need to make sure I'm reading those cards, and that's it's a good learning experience. Yeah, but overall, I think we're in a good place. And coming up, Richmond Regional, we're going to be in really good shape. Still need to get another Shinai. Now that I forgot, I actually can do the infinite combo loop with the Mizuho and Shinai, just having another Mizuho on field, but having another Shinai will solidify that just so I can have that extra consistency and just pop off. Anyway, that's going to do it for tonight. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's episode, and be sure to come in for episode 14. So I'm out of here.